With Israel continuing to reel from the coronavirus pandemic, a Knesset committee is taking a hard look at some of the decisions that were made in the early days of the outbreak and had some harsh things to say about how Netanyahu and the government has been handling the crisis so far. For more, I'm joined in Jerusalem by I-24 News correspondent Alec Pollard. Alec, tell us what this committee had to say and what recommendations perhaps they're making.
Well, Jeff, this committee coming to some conclusions on the government response to the coronavirus, and these are their main criticism. 4 points that I will go over. First of all, they say that Israel didn't supply itself with enough ventilators since this crisis began, although it must be said that at the moment, at least, Israel has much more ventilators than there are people who are in need of those ventilators, and unless we see a significant increase in people who are in serious condition, that issue will not come into play. Secondly, we see a criticism on the amount of tests available. Again, Israel is testing the population much more heavily than the average country out there, although they are saying that there was need to do more tests on people who are not showing any symptoms, because many people who are infected with the coronavirus do not show symptoms, and those people were not tested. The amount of tests at the moment has kind of platformed at the moment. The curve of going up on the amount of tests has stopped, so that is something that Israel certainly needs to work on, the government needs to work on. A third issue is the headquarters for dealing with the crisis. A lot of conflicting data coming out of the health ministry, the decision-making process being made by a very small amount of people. That's something that this committee says they would like to see change. And the last thing, and perhaps most interestingly, the response in the ultra-Orthodox community. That community, they did not get a lot of the data, as a lot of those people don't have internet. No solutions were offered for large households living in densely populated areas. And this is interesting since the health minister himself is from the ultra-Orthodox community, yet no proper solutions or the data was not properly available for this committee. That has caused some people to shake their heads over there.
All right, Alec Pollard, breaking down what the Knesset committee had to say. Thank you so much, Alec.